Hey, Soul Family. We're down at the creek, Chavez Creek, Oak Creek Canyon, and I thought I would do a reading really quick. So I'm gonna, here, I'll spin this around so that I can see if anybody pops on, but this is where we're at. We're up above on this rock. My friend John and Bea are over there. So I'm doing a reading with Heal Yourself reading cards. There's a message. I love this deck. I love everything about it. The box that it comes in, the pictures are incredible. They're reading cards, which works for me because I'm a seer. And I take messages from what I see, right? More than necessarily what the author has written in a book. So here we go. Let's see, items to choose from. You can choose from this beautiful Buddha that my friends Justin and Lisa gave for me for my birthday. You can choose this heart locket watch. And you can choose the river. And one more. All right. You can choose the breath of life. Right there, okay? 4 items. I'm trying to do it as quick as possible. Oh, sorry, that's not what you want to see. How do I turn it around? There we go. All right, first one. The Buddha, which I choose. I choose the Buddha. All right, first one fell out. Soulmate. All right, well, this is your soulmate, and it looks like you're not together. It looks as though you're connecting energetically. He's holding on to you. You can feel him, but you can't see him, which is an issue for me. So 14, the number 14 it represents temperance. So patience, holding yourself, you know, like she's holding herself. They're telling you that your soulmate is not far from you. And to connect to them, they want you to call out to them energetically. Again, with the number 14, it's having patience. And if you're not ready to connect with your soulmate, you need to work on yourself. But there's an energy of being drawn to one another. You've known one another before. It feels like family. And your love will increase very dramatically again and again. This is not going away. And it's important to note that your soulmate doesn't always end up being your partner. It doesn't have to be your partner. They may come in a different form than you imagine. So it talks about connecting with soulmates when we're ready to evolve and move to the next level. We attract them into our lives because we're learning about unconditional love. So know that you're supported, and you will soon meet each other in the physical reality if you are connecting with the love of your life. Keep working on opening your heart chakra and enjoying your life, right? Enjoying this. So there's the first message. For those who chose the heart-shaped locket, I can't do it in front of you guys because they'll fall. So how teachable are you? So the number 9 says you've got everything you need, light worker, in order to move forward on your spiritually illuminated path. Stop procrastinating. So what are some of the favorite things that you like to do? What do you like to do? What do you watch on TV? Do you shop? Do you golf? Do you play tennis? Do you go hang out with friends? Are you a drinker? Are you a dancer? Some of those things are good. Some of those things are not good for you. Are you willing to give those up in order to create something new, to learn something new? Are you sick and tired of being sick and tired? She looks like she's in bed. She's looking at that, what she loves to do, but she's not doing it, is she? She's sick in bed. So maybe you're resistant to change. Maybe you think, I already know this. I've heard it before. It doesn't apply to me. Well, Spirit says, and I say always, it's interesting. Clients say that to me. Oh no, I've already done that. I've already worked on that. Spirit's not going to be bringing this up if this isn't something that you need to look at. So this isn't something that you've already handled, or it wouldn't come up again. So what is it that you've cast aside or put down or not doing that you love to do, or that you would love? Maybe this is a person, maybe this is a dream, maybe this is an art form. I'm not sure what this is for you. But this is asking you to be open-minded, to taking action towards changing your situation. Start with something small, and eventually you change the habit. So like my friend John says, he's smoking and he's trying to quit smoking. So he's limiting and telling himself no to every other urge, right? Every other one, no. Last night I wanted chocolate. I wanted it so bad. I said to him, he came over to watch a movie, and I said, I want chocolate. I am desperate for chocolate. And he said he was going to bring these caramel pecan clusters that I would die for. And so he didn't say anything halfway through the movie. I said, did you bring chocolate? And he goes, no. And I'm like, you got to be freaking kidding me. And he goes, you want popcorn? No, I don't want popcorn. I want chocolate. And he says, just deprive yourself. And I said, I don't want to deprive myself. But I was laughing because in the back of my mind, I heard Spirit saying, you say you want to get your body back in shape, and this isn't going to help you do it, because you know when you eat one, you're going to eat more than one. So Spirit was trying to help me, and I didn't like it. Just like this, right? You may look at this, and Spirit's trying to help you, and you may not like it. But they're doing it because it's what you want. You want a change, right? Okay, for those who chose the river, correct for neutrality. For those who chose the river. Whoa, no! It went flying, but I caught it. Thank you, God. Oh my gosh, Soulmate. Soulmate again. So here's double emphasis. I chose the river too, so twice I got Soulmate. Your soulmate is near. Your soulmate is reaching out to you. You can feel him or hear her. I have a soulmate sitting next to me on a rock. He's my friend. Soulmate can be your friend. My dog Bea is a soulmate. But this is love, and I had these dreams last night. I freaking did. Someone was reaching out. So double emphasis, and no need to go into it. We've already read it. We've already told this message. This mountain back here, it's a challenge that you maybe need to overcome, or you have overcome, or maybe there's distance between you. This moon talks about illusions, this full moon. It also talks about heightened emotions. We're just coming out of that full moon lunar eclipse. Sometimes, like when the moon comes out, things are illuminated, but not everything. Sometimes you don't see the full story, the full picture. Like my dreams last night. I didn't like what I watched. But I could have been watching my twin watching someone else. I don't know. Somebody better make it clear to me, because I didn't like what I saw. All right, for those who chose the breath of life, correct for neutrality on all levels. For those who chose the breath of life. She's a big brave doggy now. Yeah, she's a big brave doggy now. Yeah, she was scared of the water, but now she's a big brave doggy. Yeah, are you a big brave girl? Are you? Yeah. Okay, hold on. One more message. Come on. I don't pull the cards. Spirit has to pull them for me. Come on, Spirit. All right, we got 2. Wild. Ew, I like this. This is where I'm at right now. Look at the dragon. An inner child. Is this 2 different personalities, 2 different people? I'm looking at this and I'm thinking about, is this your soulmate and this is you? You're the wild one and this one's more this way? I don't know. Maybe your inner child wants to get wild, right? Maybe that's what's going on. I like this. So let's look at inner child. Well, no, let's look at wild, because wild came first, right? Interesting. So you see, she's holding on to that dragon ship. She's leaving the edge. And look, there's a dragonfish right here. And the message that I get from Spirit is, you've grown too small for the little pond you're swimming in. A koi fish will always stay a koi fish unless it's let loose into a bigger ocean. And then it becomes the dragon. So this one is wanting to become the dragon. And they're holding up the light. They're showing somebody the way. So Spirit says, don't suppress your wild nature, your succulent, outrageous, untamed self, or dull your senses. Don't shrink your energy and become depressed. Your relationships will suffer. You'll become ashamed, you'll become cold, you'll become hostile, boring, serious, scared. You stop taking chances. You live in a safe place. This is leaving the shore, right? The truth is, no one can judge you or punish you or hurt you as much as you can. So give in to the wildness. Stop living in this sham that you've been projecting out there. There's a part of you that's sensual, provocative, truthful, courageous, bold, passionate, alive. And Spirit says, set it free. Get out into nature. The forest is ideal. Look where we're at, right? This is where you need to go. The forest is ideal. Feel the energy through the water, through the animals, through the trees, through the sun on your body. Get into the water. Like I've been getting into the water. My body is freaking soaked. I went all the way up to my waist in the water. Do this. And when you do this, you feel alive. If you can't get to a place like this, find photos of this and resonate with whatever it is that pulls the wildness out of you. Take a look and take a few minutes to see, what does it bring out in you? Does it bring out something wild? Put on some wild music. Do this. I say your inner child is begging for this. My inner child went up to her waist. What does your inner child want to do? Don't ask what your adult self wants to do. What does your inner child want to do? Where are you alive? Where do you feel alive? I feel alive here. This is where I grew up, in the forest, in the river. And I'm doing what I did then. Getting up to my waist in clothing. I don't give a crap. My clothes will fade. They'll dry out, right? So, in order to be a healthy version of ourselves, we've got to have that spontaneity, that imagination, that creativity. When's the last time you did something spontaneous, outrageous, like jumped into the river up to your waist? 5 minutes ago. And when you're with someone who makes you feel inhibited, how does it feel? Shitty. But what about when you feel uninhibited, relaxed, or completely comfortable to be you because no one's judging you? Your inner child is the one that's saying, do this. I knew this. They came out together for a reason. Your inner child wants to get wild. When I rhyme, it's absolutely higher self. Your inner child is saying, I'm bored. Look, you're in the same place. Look at that forest. Go for it. This is amazing. Why are you so intimidated? Why don't you get wild like that one? Why don't you pull it out? Pull it out and free yourself. It feels great. I'm telling you, not to mention the water feels freaking amazing if you dive in. Jump in the water feels great. Right? Your inner child can be your strongest ally, or it can be your biggest foe. Whatever it does, your inner child, if it's a suckhole, if it's a whiner, it's a baby, it's a victim, that's no fun. Let your inner child be free. Maybe you never got to be like that when you were a child, so do it now. Your inner child can take you out of pain from childhood rejection or loneliness and abandonment. It can take you on an exciting adventure. It can make you be more confident, daring, bold, or it can make you be childish, bringing up anxiety, fear, and suspicion. So your inner child says, let go of all that other crap and bring in the healthy inner child and connect with your integrity, your divinity, your purity, the truth of who you are. Find a child age photo of yourself between the ages of 5 and 8, because that is when your life was formed. That's when you're basically up until the age 8 years old. That forms who you were. This is what I did. I climbed and I went into the river and I was up in the trees. I was very blessed. I spent a lot of time at my grandma's. Go to that inner child. Now, if you have an inner child that didn't have that kind of a life, my life got really crappy after that. My life before was wonderful. Then it got really, really hard, but I always go back to age 7. 7 is my magic number. It's always been. It's when I was free and wild. And that's where I am now. I will never grow past the age of 7 as far as fun and playfulness. Never. I'm never going to make that one go away. I want it to stay with me. That's what Spirit's asking of you. And if you don't have that experience, hook up with somebody who does. Right? Hook up with somebody who will take you somewhere that maybe you didn't get to go. Or maybe will remind you of what you used to do and remind you of how wonderful it felt. You could talk to your inner child. When you look at the eyes of yourself when you were a little child, what is the expression on your face? Is it sad? There's someone I love very, very much, and I've got a picture of him when he was about 5 or 6. And I could tell he had a really hard childhood. He was very, very sad. I just want to hold him and hug him and tell him he's going to be okay. And unfortunately, a lot of times people grow up and they become cold and they become distant and they don't let anybody in because they don't ever want to be hurt ever again. They don't want anyone to see that vulnerable side of them because that vulnerable side was taken advantage of. But that's not always going to be the case. So take that inner child, look at that little inner child, and give them a chance to express themselves. Write a letter to them from the loving adult you. I love you. I will always be here for you. I will never leave you. I am so proud of you. Your life is everything that you want it to be. You can make it be anything that you want. What do you need to make yourself feel better? What would you like? And then do it. This morning I saw horrible dreams. They were upsetting. I was very upset. My energy was all fucked up. And I said, I need to come here. I went on my Facebook page, and the first feed I saw was a friend of mine walked down here with his dog, and I'm like, I'm going there. Because this is my happy place. This is age 7. So do something that you know will make you feel better. It doesn't have to take forever, and it doesn't cost this didn't cost me anything. So I love you guys. I hope you're gonna have a beautiful weekend, and I'm gonna let you go because I gotta go play in the river with my dog. Peace out.